It's episode 5 of The Ultimate Fighter, Team McGregor versus Team Chandler, and finally, a few relatively interesting things happen. Only to be followed by a fight so boring, I may have been able to fall asleep even if I was one of the 2 people actually in the fight itself. Outside of the show, Connor Watch 2023 has been equally uneventful, with Michael Chandler essentially using The Secret to will their fight into existence. Stop trying to make Red Panty Night happen, Michael. It's not going to happen. With nothing else on the agenda, let's jump right into the dollar store meat and potatoes of this thing. It's The Ultimate Fighter Season 31, Episode 5. The episode begins with Connor rounding up the prospects for a little friendly competition within a competition.
We're going to compete and race against each other on the rowing machine.
But because it was Team McGregor, no one would actually go on to win the race. Just kidding, the race was won by Aaron McKenzie. If you don't remember Aaron McKenzie, perhaps his pride flag eye patch will jog your memory.
Winning feels great no matter what you're doing.
I'd suspect that winning a fight on the show where winning fights is your primary objective may rank slightly higher than crushing it on the rowing machine. Anyway, after that friendly little jaunt, Connor disappears and we're introduced to UFC veteran and winner of Season 27 of The Ultimate Fighter, Brad Katona. Brad trains at SBG Ireland and is a longtime teammate of Connor's. But, as Brad is on Michael Chandler's team, questions arise as to where his loyalties actually lie. However, aside from some minor diva moments during coaching sessions, Brad doesn't really cause any kind of drama whatsoever, leading this contrived plot point down a bridge to nowhere. Don't worry though, that won't stop the producers from trying to turn chicken shit into an engaging episode of television. As Brad chats with the coaches from the other team, aka his coaches from back home, his team in the van get annoyed with his tardiness.
Come the fuck on, Brad. How long does it take?
I want to hide his fucking glasses.
I want to give him a swirly and stuff him in his locker, then I want to go over to Kevin Johnson's house and play Tony Hawk Pro Skater, and I won't even be thinking about doing homework. We then move on and meet Katona's opponent for this episode, Carlos Vera, a proud Ecuadorian fighter. Ah, Ecuador, birther of such greats as Chito Vera, Michael Morales, and Rudyard Moncayo. Wait, who the fuck is that? Rudyard Moncayo fought for one fight in the UFC at UFC 6, losing in 68 seconds by rear naked choke to Patrick Smith. Viva Ecuador?
Since I was a kid, I've had dreams of being able to hold my flag up high and represent my country of Ecuador in high levels of competition.
Well, sadly, that's one dream you can put to bed whether you win or lose.
A little bit of drama there with Brad Katona ending up on the other team. Feels like it's a bad movie.
No, coach, it's a bad television show. I have 4 other highlight videos on this channel that'll confirm that. In addition to his other fight training, Carlos is actually a practitioner of capoeira, which is rare in mixed martial arts. It's actually rare, period, as the only other practitioner of capoeira that I can think of is this guy. Brad had the unfortunate luck of running into Merab Dvalishvili in the octagon as he ascended his ranks through the bantamweight division, a fight that Brad says he'd really like to run back.
I don't think there's many guys wanting to fight him, but I'd love to.
You seem like a nice guy, Brad, but have you ever seen one of those plastic whistle tubes that make noise when you swing them around your head? Yeah, that's what Merab would do to you. Again. Once again, we do the weigh-ins. Once again, Connor doesn't show up. Yada, yada, yada. This is my shocked face.
Take his cap off one of those kicks.
You ever wonder what the Joker would look like if he didn't put on the makeup and decided to be a hype man instead? This is the point in the video where I usually go over the fight itself and play some of the replay footage, but this fight can really be summed up in a series of images. Here's round 1. And here's round 2. Good lord, I thought that last week's fight was mid. This fight makes that fight look like Diego Sanchez versus Clay Guida. Connor stomps around the cage all flustered, complaining about wanting 3 rounds, but thank God we weren't subjected to that, as Brad is crowned the ultimate wet blanket for the week, and Team Chandler closes in on the shutout. And thus ends episode 5 of TUF 31. Finally, an at least passably interesting episode, even if that level of interestingness is on par with the mating habits of banana slugs. If you like these highlight videos, make sure to subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next video after these two are done fucking.
If those men go out and give their absolute all and fight with their heart and their soul, I can promise them they're going again.
Yep.
Yeah. This company rewards that.
No, you're totally right.
Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? It ain't they're painting the little niggles.
What?
Change.